We are determined that we will have a different, not only a different platform and different message, but in office we will have a different type of government. People don't stand up and have moral character and even religious beliefs, the republic doesn't work. If it drifts away from a republican into a pure democracy, John Adams also said, that society eventually murders itself. And he used those words. And in a way, I feel this, what we do to ourselves, sometimes this spending, and all with the pretense of doing good, but we're ruining our economy. We have ourselves so stretched around the world. Our debt is exploding, and there's no signs that we're doing anything about it. There are no real cuts proposed in Washington. Freedoms, your individual liberty, your privacy, and the government off your backs and out of your wallets. And yet, just look at what's happening today. Whether you talk about the Patriot Act, I don't even think we need the Patriot Act. We don't need that to be safe. That's what the founders gave us and our Constitution gave us. They knew we had to have a national defense. They knew we might have to go to war. But up until World War II, we declared the war, and they were short-lived, and we all got together, we fought and won them. But now we go to war, but not only do we go to war without a declaration, it's terrible. We go to war under NATO and United Nations. We should never go to war under an international government. We go to war now because we want to change their government and mold their government and change their way of living. I mean, what makes us think, even if we are, for many reasons, an exceptional nation, what gives us the right to believe that we can take our exceptionalism and force it on somebody else? That undermines our exceptionalism. And look at how much negotiation we did with the Soviets as well as the Chinese when they were ruthless, killing hundreds of millions of their own people. We still saw it was in our best interest. So that is what I'm trying to do, is to tell people that we don't have to shoot from the hip and have a strong national defense, be reserved at it, and contain people if they provide a threat to us. In America, we might be suspects, but we're not terrorists. And even if it's a bad guy, you want him to get the due process, because that's what we want. That's what the revolution was fought for. If we give up that, we give up a big hunk of what has made America great. And that if we ignore that, if we're careless with the definition of life, believe me, it becomes more difficult to defend liberty, because I am an arch champion of individual liberty to allow people to run their lives as they see fit. But I do not believe I can make the case for it if I say some life isn't very precious and we can do away with it out of convenience. So there's a big difference from that. So life and liberty is key. Country back to the republic we deserve. Thank you very much.
Ron, this lady wants this quick.
Folks, we're going to have to make a plane.
Sorry. They got me on a tight schedule. Nice to see a nice crowd today.
Thanks for coming back to Spartanburg.